Hi, everyone. Miss Nikki Ann. I just my first, if I can get it out without the spasms that's going on. Um, I try to avoid different. Come on. I just took some meds. This is what I'm gonna talk about too. Um, I have some mast cell activation issues that my allergist agrees is there. So, I take a whole lot of blockers. I also have EpiPen because I'm highly allergic, and I've got my bracelets now. I don't have them on, so when I'm out, I also have emergency inhalers plus two other inhalers. I try to avoid situations that would trigger something like this. Onions, and I love onions, garlic, and I live in Connecticut, so between the Italian and Greek populations, that's like my life. Aside from you know Jewish cafes and soul food, it's hard to stay away from onions and garlic. It's so hard, and so people who are used to us dining as a family, I let them know. And so got out yesterday to an Italian family-owned Italian restaurant that we've been going to most of my life, and so they knew I had the garlic issue and all the things, garlic, onion, all the things I love. I can't eat because some way somehow they come into contact. So I found myself with a salad, which is good. Now the cook makes this awesome salad for me. It's my second time having it yesterday. And espresso, fresh espresso, and dessert. Oh, I did have bread because of course they bake fresh bread. I'm trying. Come on. So the point is this: my dad usually works out of state. I live with my parents, and he's here just for a few days, and he wears cologne.
Gerald says you want to get.
Sorry, guys. And so my mother, who's a breast cancer survivor, had complained years ago, and an asthmatic, which cleared up mostly when she moved to Connecticut from Georgia. She was very sick as a child due to living in that state with asthma. But she would try to explain to him the smell issues that she would have because of the chemo and everything, how it affected her. He just could not understand. I don't even think he believed it. And then I remember when I got pregnant, I was really sick then because I didn't know I had the illnesses that I have. And I was like, both of us, mom and I, were complaining about his cologne, everything. And it still didn't kind of click. But today, just now, he came in because he's leaving today. And I don't think he sat on the bed because I would still smell it. My room is what you see, I know I've done the tour, what you see is what you get. It's clean, there's no dust on the wall. I clean pumpkin nozzles with a wet rag on a weekly basis. Everything is clean. Most of it on a weekly basis, and some of it on a daily basis. Like my mom vacuums, and when I'm not around, because if she kicks up dust and I'm around, it triggers this. All my dad did was come in. I remember him putting his arm around me, and then he says something, but I'm not leaving yet. I just came in to bother you. Boy, did he bother me. Oh, listen. I had one of these attacks already today, which we couldn't quite figure out what had triggered it. But the cologne, trying to get people to understand your sensitivity within your own home environment can be so difficult because it sounds so silly and stupid and almost like it's not real, that over it takes time for people to really see. So he saw the reaction and he went outside. It's so, it sometimes it just takes time for things to click with people. But then I needed the emergency inhaler. Come on. I popped 2 Benadryls. Now remember, I've already had Benadryl, Zantac, and Allegra today. And later on I'll take more Zantac and Clarinex. So I've already do that as it is. So you can imagine the effect of that simple hugging. And it's taken me a long time to say all of that. So everything I avoid, I'm just sensitive. Just sensitive. My hair, so I avoid going to the barbershop. And so the barber's like, Nikki, I'll come to you. He's my mom's classmate. He's been cutting my hair since 2005, I think. He's been to the house before to do it, but that's even worse because then there's the cleanup and then I'm allergic to my own hair, and I'm also highly sensitive to, so the fro was growing out so big to where I keep it low because I can't keep my hand up to comb my hair. I used to keep it low simply because I liked it low, but now it's like a necessity. You can't. For my pot, it's like, oh, I think it's getting better. And so I went the other day. It was like, okay, because when I get my hair cut, my skin is so sensitive that my mast cell just goes crazy and I get welts everywhere just from the haircut, and my eczema breaks out, and from a simple haircut. Plus I can't sit in the chair upright long enough anymore, and then the chemicals from the barber shop and the salon that's connected to it, and the sounds in the small space. Oh my gosh, I think that was the fastest haircut. And I'd have to tell him, I'm coming in, you gotta move fast. And has it been 9 months since I've had a cut, because it was flaring so bad, the eczema and everything, so I just gave up for a while. But then once the afro, because there's a certain length where I don't have to groom the afro too much, and I just, just wash it, because I have to wash this hair every day, because anything that touches it throughout the day, just falling particles from the air, you gotta get it out every day. And my allergist was like, yeah, with the sensitivities like to this level, you just have to. So the point was I couldn't comb the hair anymore, so I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Get the hair cut, which is going to aggravate the situation, one situation, or don't get the hair cut, and you're going to keep going halfway faint trying to comb the freaking hair. So I got it cut because I'm tired of that, so maybe I'll just deal with the other symptoms. It's a trade-off. It's going to be one symptom or the other. And it's all like, oh my gosh. But, so I've had it cut. And my brows, I don't get those done, so I had those done just so he didn't have enough time because it started to go faint. So he just kind of tried to clean up, like, real quick and go. I was so sick by the time I left there after that 5 minutes. He was just like cutting fast. And so it's like a trade-off, man. I didn't win. At the end of the day, I didn't win. And then just like with being overly sensitive to smells, sounds, and sights, and you offend people you care about. You offend them, and you don't mean to. And you can't go anywhere because, like, I'm allergic to my brother's house. But then there can be other places I'm not allergic to. So making a little small visit someplace else could be totally different, you know, and that can seem offensive, like, oh, you can go to this place, but not my place as much. I have no idea what's in your place that's triggering my issues, but on average, there's probably 2 places I can think of that I can tolerate long enough to have a little social visit, and I mean little. I never leave anywhere without feeling sick. The house is the safest for me. But I didn't mean for it to get long. It's the breathing. I can't think. But yeah, this the trade-off, you know. So my mom is like, your father just has to learn that he can't be all sensitive about it. It's just, you know. She's right. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, put yourself in harm's way. So I'm like, one step away from pinning it there in a minute. I mean, looking better now. Then I'm going blue. I'm not getting the oxygen. That's totally some other issues with my respiratory situation. But pumpkin nozzles and I are gonna move on. Getting miserable, people. And I know you understand, and it's a long one. Alright. And my foot spasmed today, and it got stuck in this one position. I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And then my knee did something weird. Everything's turning purple because I can't breathe. Like, what the freak show or something.